So here's a story about a shot I thought I'd never get. Picture this scenario. You're out for a walk and you see something which you never expected. Luckily, I had my camera with me. Now, Lisa found this tawny owl on the top of a tree in the middle of a town centre. Right in the middle of the day. What an opportunity. And then I saw its location and I thought, here's a shot I can make later on in the day. And here is the story of how I got that shot of the tawny owl in front of the window. So Lisa, how did you find this owl? I mean, I was walking along with you and I didn't even notice it.
I heard lots of twittering from some goldcrests in the tree above me. And I looked up, I don't know what I was expecting to see, but when I looked up, I saw a big bird. And originally I thought it was a buzzard. And then when I looked again, I thought, wow, it's a tawny owl.
So it was amazing. A tawny owl in the middle of a town centre. Just unbelievable. Couldn't believe our luck. And luckily we had our cameras with us. So we started taking photos of it. It was broad daylight. It was the middle of the day. So you've got to get your banker shot. You've got to get that tawny owl on the perch. And we managed to find a clear spot. We could get a clear view of him. And now I started looking at the location. And I thought, okay, anyone can get a tawny owl sat on a perch. I did notice there's a block of apartments behind the tree. And I thought, I wonder if they put their lights on at night. Obviously they do when they're living there. And I wonder if I get the tawny with the window behind it in the soft evening light. I thought I'd walk around the car park and see if I can get an angle where the owl would be. And there you go. So you can see the tree is on the right hand side. And I thought, yeah, framed up the shot and planned what I'd do later. Because I imagined that shot in my head. So here's a good tip. When you're out photographing wildlife, you've got your banker shot. You've got the shots you want. Then start thinking different. Start looking around your location, looking wider for environmental stuff. What can you bring into the shot that will make it more interesting than just a bird on the stick, which is what we've got already. So after getting the shots of the owl sitting on the perch, I thought I'd better try and do something different whilst I was there, because he might go before we come back later. And I tried to get some foreground bokeh. Quite difficult as he was quite up on the tree. So I found some angles where I could get the leaves in front of him, telling more of a story, telling a story that the owl was perched high up in a tree, hidden away from most people's view. So we came back later that day, just to see if the tawny was still there. Of course, we knew he was going to be there. He's a tawny owl. Just perched in a really strange spot in the middle of a town. And he was there. The light was fading, the sun was setting, and I managed to get into a position where I knew when the light came on the window that I could get that backlit shot. But I waited a long time. And I noticed there was a branch through the tawny's face. He hadn't moved an inch since the morning. And then he woke up, let out a loud hoot. Absolutely amazing, never heard it before. That close, just unbelievably loud. And started preening. And then moved to the perfect position. Initially I used my 150 to 400, but as the light was fading, with f4.5 the ISO was going through the roof. So I then switched to the 50 to 200, 2.8. Framing the shot, probably needed a bit more reach, but I was in the perfect location. Shooting handheld, as there was no room to put a tripod up, I would have got in the way of the cars. I went down to 1/10 of a second and still got a reasonably sharp shot. Unfortunately, the car park lights never came on, giving me that forward glow on the face that I wanted. But I achieved what I set out to do. Yeah, and then the light got to the point where even with a lot of editing, I don't think I would have achieved the shot. So we went and had a meal and then came back. And he was still there, but it was so dark by that time and the lights hadn't come on. But luckily, I got the shot I wanted. So getting home, checking the social media, we noticed that everyone was talking about the Tawny Owl down in this town. So we thought we'd better get back the next morning and see it. So the Tawny Owl had gone the next morning. I knew that would happen. It was an unusual perch for it, so close to a car park in a town centre. But I got the shot I want, and that's what I love about wildlife photography. You never know what you might come across. So keep your eyes open, keep your ears open, and listen out. And when you get your banker shot, then start planning a different shot. Think about your environment, have a look around you, see if you can make it more of a storytelling shot than just a bird on a stick. So do get out. Even in the town centre, we saw an owl. Unbelievable. So if you like the story, please do subscribe. Do comment down below if you've had unusual encounters in the most oddest of places. I never expected to see this Tawny Owl where it was. So I hope you really enjoyed this story. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time.